Welcome back! My name is Power Up Pikachu, the game, Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Last time, we literally broke down Mugshot's door. Today, we'll be acquiring the remaining treasure keys and looking to take on Mugshot himself. But for now, well, we're heading straight to the top. Now, interesting thing about this level in particular, something I learned from the director's commentary. Apparently this level was built using Legos before it was actually programmed. So the treasure key's right there, but unfortunately...
Forget it! Your cane will never smash that thick glass. You'll need something super heavy, like that big wrecking ball up there.
So our objective is lined out for us. Get up to the crane and smash the wrecking ball into the glass. Seems like a big challenge, but it's nothing we can't handle. Now, there's also something else about this level.
See those neon tubes? I know they look like you can't climb on them, but with your thieving skills, I bet you could pull it off.
If then the police stops interrupting me. The neon glow of these lights is something that always entranced the younger me. But it also is notorious for failed grabs. Fortunately, this level is also pretty pretzel-y, so it's not difficult to find all the bottles. Especially when, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them come out with that. For some reason they were hanging out in a water main. Why? I don't know. But, so far, 26 out of 40 found. And there's another one. Also, the fact that when these cars fall off, you can hear them hitting someone, excellent touch. I think that's all the bottles thus far, which means I can head on. Ooh, almost missed that bottle right there. Those 2 bottles, excuse me. But now we can say timber! Alright. Now, something else I learned was that apparently these things right here were originally a pair of recorders that popped out of chests to save your progress, as opposed to those holographic markers. Oops. Almost forgot about him. Now let's see. I do believe I have all the bottles thus far. So we continue on our way upwards. If I could jump, learn to jump. It's time to learn how. Alright, and I do believe we're about to hear from Mugshot.
I got a voice message for the 2-bit thief who's making off with all my treasure keys. You're dead, Pally. If I get my hands on you, I'm gonna fit you with your own pair of cement buddy slippers. You hear me? Your lunch break, joint.
Cement buddy slippers? I always wanted a pair of bunny slippers.
Wait, what? That's a death threat? Oh.
Never mind then. I do not want those bunny slippers. Not that badly. But I do believe... Let's see. 39, and there's the last one. So we pop back for the vault.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. You need an IQ of at least 140 to figure this one out. Dial in 468.
Hello? Hello? 468? That was odd. Oh well.
You found the blueprints for Mugshots additions to Mesa City. With these files, I'll be able to help you find all his clues and breakables. Just look through your binocucom to get the information.
And we acquire Mugshots blueprints, leaving our signature calling card. And now we can grab the key. Now, it wasn't until recently that I learned that you could grab on to this. I always just did this. Like I said, you're always learning new things, even about games you've played hundreds of times. Alright, with that completed, I believe our next stop... Ow, that was done with me. Will be... I'm pretty sure this is Back Alley Heist. Nope, this is 2 to Tango. Alright, this is level...
Rooftops are filthy. Well, they are the only way to get to the key, since my locator tells me it's in a jewel case somewhere near Mugshot's penthouse.
I fully expect I'm going to miss at least one bottle. You'll soon see why.
Well, 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 look who just walked into my crosshairs. Sly Cooper.
About time you showed up, Miss Fox. Was getting worried about you. Thought you took a wrong turn somewhere back in Paris.
The only one making wrong turns is you, Sly. I'd suggest you surrender before I paralyze you with my good friend, the shock pistol.
Now see, a girl whose best friend's a firearm's got issues. A little dinner, a little dancing. I think I can help you out.
Sounds romantic. As long as you don't mind dining in jail.
Nah, I hear the service is lousy.
Once I catch you, you'll know for yourself.
Alright, so this is the first time we'll be running from Carmelita in the level. And so if I miss a bottle, it's mostly because the camera work in this level is a little bit iffy. And they talk about it in the director's commentary actually, how they had to keep Sly, Carmelita, and Carmelita's shots in frame for the camera. So making sure all the bottles are in view was not high on their priority lists, I suppose. So don't take it too hardly if I miss one or two. Now then. Especially since they're hidden behind things. That doesn't help. Oh, there. Point of no return right here. So if I've missed any, that's all she wrote. Fortunately, I do believe I've gotten all of them. Especially since that's 2, that's 4. Yep. So, there are no bottles in the second half of this level, by the way, as you might have been able to tell. And the vault's right there.
Good thing I know Navajo code talk. Try 532. Oh yeah, this will come in handy. It's Suzanne Cooper's notes pertaining to water safety. With this knowledge under your belt, you won't have to waste a charm whenever you fall into water.
Hey, that would have been useful last level. I could have jumped in Raleigh's little pond without wasting a charm. Not that I actually fell in the water. That's just in other playthroughs I've done. Sometimes I accidentally roll off and fall into the water losing a charm or even a life. Remember kids, make sure your power-ups are mapped to the correct button. Speaking of button mapping, did you know that the original control scheme for Sly had him using not just jump and hit the circle button, but sometimes also jump and hit the square button? They removed this because in one level in particular that's later on in the game, that control scheme was completely bonkers. You would have to alternate between the circle button and the square button back and forth, making sure you did them in the right order.
I'm gonna hunt you down, Cooper. You can't run forever.
It was more like a fighting game than a platformer. Now with 6 keys, we only need one more before we can ascend to Mugshot's penthouse. And this level also has some rather interesting camera work. Back alley heist. Also, I hate the bottle locations in this level. Not because they're hard to find, oh no, but because the developers once again reveal in their commentary that they felt they wanted an expression of skill in this level. So some of the bottles require you to jump through a hoop to get them. And that hoop, these air conditioners. They break off, so if you miss the bottle the first time, you're done. You're just done, son. Fortunately, I got that one, but there's a number more still waiting. Also, this is the first level to introduce the bouncy pads, which in this case take the form of these awnings. Now, I don't think there are any bottles down here, but I'm going to double check just to make sure. Let's see. No bottles, no bottles. Shouldn't there be a lucky charm jumping out around here someplace? I could have sworn there was a lucky charm that jumps out of this tube. Odd. Very odd. Oh well, continuing on with the level. But yeah. It's crazy to think that something that would be seen so often in the series didn't even show up until the second world of the first game. Well, that's what I think anyway. Now this stealth section is something that's always gotten on my nerves, because there's clearly a spot where Sly can jump over. Speaking of Sly, old Sly artwork. Ta-da! Wonder how many of you noticed that before. Hey. And I hate this part, because if you miss it, you have to wait for them. 8. Come on. It's all about the timing. There we go. Now we come to the ones that are these 3. Got them first try. Excellent. And I almost missed these 2. These 3, excuse me. 26. 27. 28 and 9. And then there's the last one. Down there. If the camera would stop trying to give me a heart attack.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. I could have broken this code in my sleep. The combination is 565. Aha! It's Sir Andrew Cooper's thief replica technique. He used to make fake stand-ups of himself to confuse guards into attacking the wrong thing. Use the triangle button to put together a fake Sly Cooper.
The decoy power-up, that one always amuses. There it is, and you can break it yourself. But as I was saying before, the camera work is just very questionable. But with all 7 keys collected, we can now challenge Mugshot. So let's go. Of course, first we have to crack open the elevator. And there it is. Actually, I was just wondering something. Why 7? I mean, I know 7 Chaos Emeralds, 7 Dragon Balls. 7 is a cool number, but... Anyway, I'm rambling. It's time to fight Mugshot in the last call.
What? My boys have been yapping about some big mysterious dude running around cracking skulls and this is it? You're the monkey wrench in my operation? Some scrawny rat with a stick? Hey, wait a second. I seen that stick before.
Maybe when my father knocked your block off with it.
Your father? Wow! You're a Cooper? You know, that Thievius Raccoonus had a lot of nice pictures, but way too many big words.
So you don't mind just handing it over?
Why? What, are you kidding? You break into my place, steal my stuff, trash the joint. I feel transgressed and violated. Let's rock!
This fight always aggravated me as a child. I never really got the gimmick until I got a little bit older. Also, I learned that you could jump over his rain of bullets, if you timed it well enough, which really trivializes this fight. But with stage 1 completed,
My beautiful gun is destroyed!
his poor, beautiful guns were destroyed, and we move up a floor to continue our little game. Trying not to die, because that would be embarrassing. Fortunately, I have a broken horseshoe, but that does not mean I'm willing to go willy-nilly. Let's see where, there it is. One more level. Now this last level, changes it up a little bit. he can't hit you while you're sitting here, but if you flip a mirror, he can flip it right back. So speed is the name of the game here. Making sure that you don't fall because of faulty inputs. Or if the thing just eats your inputs. That's happened to me before. More times than I care to recount. Alright.
This is impossible. A little pipsqueak like you beating a big, strong bruiser like me? It ain't right. You want all of that stupid picture book? You're gonna have to go down to Haiti and cross paths with Miss Ruby. And then believe you me, you don't want to be you.
Mugshot section of the Thievius Raccoonus contained an entry from my gunslinging ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. His specialty was the rail walk and rail slide. Moves perfected through a lifetime of theft in the Old West. Getting out of town proved to be a little more challenging than getting in. Having just missed us, Inspector Fox went for the next best thing and dragged that canine steroid case off to jail. That was the end of Mugshot's gambling empire, and Mesa City's citizens soon returned home. While me and the boys, well, we enjoyed the rest of our stay in America, and then returned to Paris, ready for our next mission.
So, something else I wondered. Why do all the previous members of the Fiendish Five point you toward the next one? It's like, hey, you know that big bulldog member of the Fiendish Five? Go fight him next. Hey, the crocodile? Go fight her next. Hey, the pink hippo? He ain't important. But, now, we head on to Hades.
The third member of the Fiendish Five was the infamous voodoo priestess, Ms. Ruby. Born into a family of mystics, other children found her scary. Teaching herself to summon the undead provided what few friends she had. A career in crime allowed an adult Ms. Ruby to punish the world for fearing her as a child. Chief mystic for the Fiendish Five, her powers allowed them to break both the laws of man and nature at the same time. Yet despite the whirlwind success of her youth, she managed to slip into obscurity. Last known sightings claim she headed out of civilization and deep into the Haitian jungle.
Sly Cooper in Vicious Voodoo. And here we are, deep in the swamplands. Someplace I am far too familiar with. Although I don't think our skeeters ever got quite that big.
Sorry, Sly, but this is one mission you will have to accomplish without me.
You don't believe in ghosts, do you?
Sure I do. My scanners have picked up verifiable paranormal activity. But that's not the problem. This swamp is oozing with disgusting mold and bacteria.
Suck it up, Bentley. We got work to do.
All right, then. Don't forget to use the new move you learned from Mugshot's section of the Thievius Raccoonus.
You mean the raccoon rail walk?
The roots and vines around here are perfect for that. All you gotta do is
jump and hit the circle button.
especially where you see the bark has been worn away, and where it's super slick from icky slime and moss, you'll rail slide like a skater grinding pipe.
I'm liking it.
Leave it to Bentley to care more about the slime than the poltergeists. But this level, just like the other breaking and entering levels, isn't too terribly hard. But it does give you a feel for Ms. Ruby's little slice of hell. but it does give you an excellent opportunity to practice the rail walk and rail slide, two of the signature moves of the Cooper clan. And personally, my second favorite after the Ninja Spire jump. Just because it allows such mobility, which is something I value rather highly in these games. Just the fluidity of movement, and how light on his feet Sly feels. And now we come to an enemy that absolutely terrified me as a child. This guy right here. I could not stand him. I stopped playing for a week straight because I was so terrified of that guy. And look, two more. Isn't it my lucky day? But yeah, I've grown out of that little fear. But what I have not grown out of is a love of bottle collecting. I hope it's an obsession. Somebody stop me! And we get our look of the smart guards for this world. These gophers. Voodoo gophers. I think they're gophers.
That's Miss Ruby's lair. To get in, you'll need that key on top of a tiki pedestal in the guard compound. There's a bad mojo force field protecting it, so you'll have to destroy all 5 of the purple candles surrounding it.
No problem.
Don't get cocky or you'll end up with your head shrunk to the size of a pea. You've got to get past those voodoo guards, and I'm warning you, they're mean and they work like a team.
So do we, buddy.
And now we proceed with assassinating voodoo gophers. Or whatever they are. Oh, I'll try not to be spotted. Because if you're spotted, then, well, with how many guards there are, you're sure to lose at least a little bit of HP. Well, a few horseshoes. But they work the same, functionally. Also, this part is annoying.
You've done it! The mojo force field
Because
is down.
the bottles
You
are
can
just
feel the
scattered
heat.
all across the perimeter. And I do believe... Let's see. 19 bottles. Where's the last one? No, it's around here somewhere. 18 bottles of... on the wall. 18 bottles of something. Pass one down. If the camera... Something else that's annoying about this area, the camera angle is a monster. Oh wait, I remember where the bottle is, I think. I do believe... Yep, there it is. Pardon the stupidity. I'm a little slow in the head.
Press the circle to enter the vault code. If I did my math right, and I always do my math right, then the combination has got to be 588.
Again? Really? Hello? I guess it doesn't like the number 8.
Electrifying! Kelly McCooper's notes on how to harness the electromagnetic field created by a rolling raccoon. Now your raccoon roll move will really pack a punch. Plus, it should give you a nice tingling sensation.
There we go. We have acquired the electric roll. Probably one of my favorite things in the game. Just because I love how the electric field looks. I mean, I know it's really bad looking by today's standards, but still. Nostalgia is a powerful set of goggles. But anyway, we now head in to the swamp's dark center.
my paranormal scanner is maxing out on that structure.
A reading like that could only be coming off Ms. Ruby herself.
I think you're right, Sly. If you want to crack at Ms. Ruby, you're going to have to find a way inside that Soul Temple.
Wake up, you lazy bags of swamp gas! The voodoo vibe is thick tonight. Let's take advantage of this powerful mojo and step up production. Keep piling those shiny bones into the soup. We'll have an army of ghosts by morning and take over Mexico by the end of the week. Hear that, voodoo children? Our family is about to grow.
And so, with Miss Ruby's plans revealed to us, we set about foiling her evil plans next time. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell me where I can improve, and if you want to support YouTube trash like me, visit my Patreon, which is down in the description below. But until our next meeting, get off my lawn, you filthy casual.
Can you